October 15th, 2022. Busan Asiad Main Stadium. 50,000 people were inside. Hundreds of thousands more watched from Busan Port, Haeundae Beach, and screens in over 190 countries. BTS performed. Yet to come, they sang. Ma City. Jimin looked out at the crowd in his hometown and said, "It feels a little strange to be here." And then they were gone. Not immediately, not all at once. But the military enlistments came, one by one, then faster, and the stage went quiet. That night in Busan was, for a long time, the last time anyone watched all 7 of them together under stadium lights. Tonight, 1,336 days later, they're standing on that same stage again. And this time, nobody is saying goodbye. Before we talk about what tonight means, let's talk about what the numbers say, because the numbers are staggering. The Arirang World Tour kicked off April 9th, 2026, in Goyang, South Korea. As of today, it spans 86 shows across 34 cities, the most extensive concert tour ever mounted by a Korean artist in history. The North American leg alone drew 840,000 attendees across 15 concerts in 5 cities. In April alone, just the first month of the tour, BTS generated $76.2 million in revenue from 8 shows, landing the #1 spot on Billboard's Top Tours chart. Financial analysts are projecting the full tour could hit $1.87 billion, rivaling Taylor Swift's Eras Tour, which reached $2.07 billion, but Swift needed 149 shows to get there. BTS is projected to match that scale with fewer than 100 performances. And then there's Busan. When the Korea Culture and Tourism Institute analyzed BTS's 2022 Yet to Come in Busan concert, they estimated it could generate up to 1 trillion Korean won, roughly $660 million, in economic ripple effects. Tourism, accommodation, food, transport, merchandise. This year, with a full-paid world tour instead of a free concert, with BTS The City, Arirang transforming the entire city from June 5th to June 21st. The projection is the same or higher. And the demand signal was there from the start. When the tour was announced in January, travel searches for Busan spiked by 2,375% internationally. Domestically, within Korea, Busan searches jumped 3,855%. Both concert dates sold out immediately. Demand was so intense that accommodation providers began canceling existing bookings to relist rooms at prices up to 10 times higher. The situation grew large enough that RM himself addressed it publicly, saying simply that every visitor should leave Busan with a good memory. The economics say one thing clearly: this is not just a concert stop. For Busan, this is a reclamation of something the city has been holding for 1,336 days. Here's the question worth asking. Why does Busan carry weight that no other city on this tour carries? It's not just that Jimin and Jungkook are from here, though that matters. It's not just the stadium, though that matters too. It's what the last Busan concert was. In 2022, Yet to Come was performed under the shadow of military enlistment. The members hadn't formally announced who would go first or when. There was no confirmed world tour on the horizon. For ARMY watching that night, there was joy. But there was also something else underneath it. A kind of held breath. The song they closed with, Yet to Come, contained a lyric that felt on that night like a promise that hadn't been tested yet. The best moment is yet to come. Tonight is the test. Because BTS didn't just come back. They came back with their biggest tour ever. They came back with an album that debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200 and sent its lead single straight to the top of the Hot 100. They came back to 34 cities, 85 shows, 80 countries watching live via cinema broadcast. And they came back here to Busan on this specific weekend for a reason HYBE didn't leave to chance. Tomorrow, June 13th, is BTS's 13th debut anniversary. This year's FESTA theme is 13 BTS. The idea that 13 isn't just another year. It's one step past a full cycle of 12, a new beginning with the weight of everything before it carried forward. For the first time since FESTA became an annual tradition, all 7 members are fully active simultaneously on a world tour on the week of the anniversary. And then there's the song. Today, the same day as this first Busan concert, BTS released Come Over as an official digital single. The track was previously only available on a deluxe vinyl edition of Arirang. Co-produced by Suga, it captures the feeling of moving towards someone you love, even when you feel lost, of finding your way back even when the path isn't clear. It was already part of the tour set list. ARMY had already been singing it in stadiums across North America and Asia before it was ever on a streaming platform. And today, the day BTS returns to the city where they last stood together before everything changed. The day the song about coming home officially goes everywhere. They are performing it at the place they most needed to come back to. The choreography of this moment is not accidental. HYBE and BTS have built a release calendar that turns a concert date into a symbolic statement. Come Over today. Debut anniversary tomorrow. Same stadium. 7 members. The best moment was yet to come, and apparently, it's now. When Come Over was first performed on tour, before the official release, something unusual happened. ARMY already knew every word. The song had only ever existed on a limited vinyl pressing. A physical object, not a stream. And yet when BTS performed it in Goyang, in Tampa, in Las Vegas, the crowd sang it back. Every time. Overwhelming sing-alongs before the world even had official access to the audio. That's what this fandom does. They find the music. They learn it. They hold it. And they come to Busan. Tens of thousands of international ARMY descended on a mid-sized coastal city this week. Japanese fans whose hotel reservations were cancelled and relisted at 10 times the price still came. Fans from the United States, Australia, Southeast Asia, Europe who survived fake ticketing scams, a saturated accommodation market, and a city simply not built to absorb this scale of demand, still came. Busan wasn't ready for them in 2022. It barely had time to prepare. Tonight, the city is covered drone shows over Gwangan Bridge, BTS media facades on building exteriors, a pop-up fan zone at Shinseki Centum City, ARMY Madong experiences at the Bay 101. The city turned purple. Again. And for the fans watching via live viewing in cinemas across 80-plus countries tomorrow night, in CGV theaters in Seoul, in AMC theaters in Los Angeles, in Hoyt cinemas in Australia, they are not secondary audience members. They are part of the same event. Because BTS has always understood that their concert is never contained by a single stadium. 1,336 days. In that time, 7 solo albums. 7 sets of military discharge photos that broke the internet one by one. A world that kept moving, kept changing, kept measuring itself against the question of whether BTS would still matter when they came back. They had their answer by April 9th. But Busan is different. Busan isn't just another leg of a world tour. Busan is the closing of something that was left open. In 2022, the last song at this stadium was yet to come. Tonight, the set list includes Come Over. The arc from Yet to Come to Come Over. From the best is still ahead of us to I Found My Way Back to You, is not a coincidence. It is, intentionally or not, the shape of the last 3 years. BTS told ARMY the best moment was coming. And 1,336 days later, they walked back onto the same stage to prove it.